guys and gals, and we're here from Drake Queen Gaming, and Sunny on Twitter, the Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you with another Let's Play episode of Far Beyond the World. Anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and jump right back in, shall we? Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go. But that's not commerce. That's subsistence. Most of the stuff there is just for daily needs. Any commodity is made to order if you're deemed worthy enough of it. That's not a way for society to grow. It's stifling. The wolf groans, flopping back onto the bed and resting his muzzle deep inside his paws. Even if I wanted to talk this over with Father, he'd dismiss me. Vithir is in charge of our tribe's economy, and any suggestion of change would immediately be seen as a suggestion of mismanagement. At this point, it's not even a suggestion. I think mismanagement should be self-evident. And now this. I don't know what to make of it. He waves the letter in front of me, and I can see a clearly broken seal. You've decided to read it, I say, worriedly. Father has 4,000 talents stashed in Bengaron. That's over 200 pounds of gold sitting on the other side of the continent. Do you think it has anything to do with your mother? My mother was never a spendthrift. She was a simple female who wanted a simple life. That kind of money could support an entire tribe for a year or two. I fall silent, not really sure what to say to such a revelation. Indeed, it would seem not only Vithir was pilfering the tribe's treasury, but to what end Varric needs this kind of wealth eludes me. I'm so sorry. You must feel really left out. I knew he treated me like a pup, but I never realized to what extent. I guess we'll just have to prove him wrong. He was not to... He was... Blah. I guess we'll just have to prove him how wrong he was not to keep you in his confidence. It'll be mighty hard with us returning together. I smile, hearing him say it outright. So you've made up your mind? I did. His green irises lock me with his... And he's locked with me, and he smiles softly. You were right, as always. Nowhere is safe, and since we're both facing peril, I'd rather we did that together than apart. My lips quiver in joy and my eyes gloss. I'm so happy to hear that. You shouldn't. The road ahead will be rocky. I've walked this far. As long as I have you as my compass, I can go the distance. Heh. Now that I can believe. He snorts, taking a short pause in the conversation. You were quite valiant tonight. I'd expect this level of vigilance from a wolf. Honestly, I was just worried about you moping around. The musician just happened to be in my line of sight. Still, you reacted brilliantly. They're all so right to be impressed with you. You might be physically weak, but you're incredibly clever. It made me so proud to see you disable an attacker without putting yourself in direct danger. Okay, stop before you make me blush. His determined expression wavers, and I can see his eyes gloss. I'm so glad nothing happened to you. If he harmed you in any way, I would have ripped him apart. Hey, it's okay. The amateur got burned. Literally. He chuckles, looking at me with love-struck gaze. I give him a kiss and help him out from his gear. Seeing that there's a sizable tub in the far corner, I decide to indulge tonight yet again. After all, we're guests, and if saving the host's life does not excuse some pampering, I don't know what does. I tug on the cord, and soon enough a servant arrives, this time a young tiger, probably in his early teens. I ask to get a bath prepared, and while we wait, I enjoy a cup of wine each. Within half an hour, the tub is filled with steaming water, this time no perfume or baubles, just like the manly Mr. Wolf likes it. He wastes no time and dunks in, while I give it a moment to let it lose a few degrees. Finally, I join him, nestling myself inside his lap, my head fitting perfectly beneath his square jaw. I rest against his biceps like two pillows supporting my back. Damn, this feels good. Eventually, he embraces me, and I'm half enveloped by his waterlogged fur. It's delightful and helps to release all the stress of the day. It's been a long one. I could stay like this forever, and we nearly do. Once the water gets tepid, we decide to bail, and I help him dry up. I'm gonna have to edit that. I try carefully to be seductive, yet tasteful enough as to not cross the boundary. I can see he's clearly enjoying it, but for whatever reason he decides to fight the urge. To my surprise, he simply puts his loincloth on, and that forces me to prod. Is anything the matter? You're being oddly tame. Am I? He blinks, looking around in a panic, and I grab his paw. You're not upset with me? Of course not. He snaps, quickly looking away in shame. I worry it's you who's still upset with me, so I try to be respectful. None of that nonsense matters anymore. I smile weakly. Come, let's do what we both know we want to do. Are you sure about this? He asks as his shaky eyes meet mine. Yes, I am. I respond without a hint of doubt. Life is short, and our situation is more precarious than either of us realized. If something doesn't happen to me, it can very well happen to you. I'd rather we didn't waste any moments of joy and happiness that come our way. You're maturing by the day. Well, the world doesn't give me much time to idle anymore. The week of coddling at your cottage was all the break I will get. And as much as I tease you about it, I needed that. I needed time to digest and adapt. That's exactly what you gave me. It's clear he's happy to hear that, judging by his thumping tail, but I really don't want to linger on nonsense tonight. Tonight, I want us to finally fully enjoy each other. But let's not talk about that for now. For now, it's just you and me. And that damn loincloth that's in the way. Suck his dick. I pull at the rim of his undergarment. The wolf smirks playfully. Before I know it, he grabs my arms and rolls me over, pinning me to the bed. You're speaking my language, Moondrop. He growls seductively. Do I? I won't deny I enjoy your tongue. I allow myself a pun before pulling the unsuspecting wolf into a kiss. His paws venture across my body, sliding down my groin and undoing my cloth. I waste no time and do the same to him, still not breaking the seal on our lips. You're so beautiful. He gasps as we part for a moment to catch our breaths. So are you. As our lips part, his muzzle dives in along my cheek towards the neck. I feel his hot breath wash over my shoulder as he takes long, lustful inhales, and then a wet streak follows down towards my chest. He plants a long, slick kiss across my nipple, gently nibbling it when his muzzle suddenly diverts toward my arm. I gasp, seeing his sharp teeth sliding across my body, almost as if he was tasting me. I don't know why, but this utter surrender sends me over the edge. I watch as he now playfully gnaws on my arm, his fangs softly prickling my naked skin. I must admit, seeing this is quite exciting and my heart speeds up a bit. Ranok's eyes center on me, as he obviously picks up on that little shift. He issues a soft growl, squeezing his jaws slightly harder, causing me to moan in pleasure. He releases my arm, smacking his lips and licking them over. Does that turn you on? He croons, narrowing his eyes in satisfaction. Please, don't talk like that, I mutter, embarrassment clearly painted across my face. He gives me a challenging gaze, and I concede. Yes, it's quite a rush to be at your complete mercy. I mean, you're a wolf, and you are my prey. Oh God. Oh God! He growls seductively, pulling closer to my face with his muzzle. You like that, don't you? I blush, but before I can respond, he already dives in for a kiss, and I surrender myself to his feral passion. Again, our tongues join in a passionate dance. We make out for a good while, slow, rolling in bed from side to side. I'm on top, then he is, all the while our lips are joined. Eventually, the excitement builds up to a point that we give in to carnal desires. On one such breathing break, I decide to slide down towards his groin instead of diving back for a kiss. Now my lips and tongue will caress a different part of him. And I probably need to skip this part, y'all. So, let me pause this right here, and let me get past this scene. Be right back. Alright, y'all, and we are back. Yep, there's no way I could have read all that. Alright. I groan, struggling to catch air beneath all this musky fur. Ranok only chuckles and rolls over to the side, eyes locked with the ceiling as his chest rises and falls in quick succession. It was wonderful. Yeah, you were amazing. He looks to me with an oddly surprised expression and almost whimpers. I was? His disbelief only causes me to laugh. Of course! I was trying to hold back as much as I could. I know. I nod, but he still looks at me as if he felt guilty. I'm sorry I lost it near the end. That's the best part. I bite my lip and plant a kiss on his snout. I treat it as a compliment, although I'm sorry I couldn't take you whole. Don't worry, that's quite common, actually, he says through a toothy grin. Or so I'm told. It gives us something to look forward to. Yeah, indeed. I chuckle, looking down at his still hard wolfhood. I don't think I'd be able to take that huge knot anytime soon, but it doesn't mean I'm not going to try. Once our collective excitement recedes and I can rein in my thoughts, I decided to voice what has been on my mind for quite a while. I'd like you to stop calling me Orien and start referring to me as Kalen, like you sometimes do. I gasp out, still lingering in the afterglow of our union. What has brought that about? The wolf turns the surprised muzzle to me and I smile. I'm becoming more and more convinced that my name is a figment of a false memory, coming from a dark place deep inside my mind. Even if it is genuine with everything that happened, and considering Dame Kyrie's and Wylam's warning, it very much seems like a bad luck charm. In any case, it no longer bears any relevance to who I am now. It feels foreign, almost malicious. Malicious? It's hard to explain. I shake my head. I'm simply getting unsettled with the sound of it as of late. Kalen, on the other hand, is endearing. It makes me feel yours and happy. Are you sure about that? More than anything. I smile, but the wolf remains unconvinced, looking up to the ceiling with a clear grimace on his muzzle. But Kalen isn't a proper name for a wolf. It literally means tiny. Feels almost like pup naming you in a way. Good thing I'm not a wolf then, and I don't mind being pup named by you. It's actually flattering that you think I'm somewhat deserving of such a descriptor, I say teasingly, and he growls back at me. That you are, Moondrop. I've also noticed that everyone uses their place of origin as a form of surname. Kalen of Tiernan. It has a nice ring to it. It does. But isn't this just you giving up on your memory? Not at all. In fact, I'm very much sure I remember everything I should. What do you mean? I know this sounds mad, I won't blame you for not believing me, but I'm absolutely sure my life began the moment I saw a glimpse of you beneath your name tree. I placed my paw on his cheek, ruffling the fluff just as I did the day I woke up in his cabin. Excuse me. Oh, almost out of water. I'm gonna have to grab some more soon. You were so startled, both on the account of blood and me speaking your name. Wait, you remember that? It came back to me along with a few other things. I shrug, not really wanting to derail the conversation with needless revelations. Point being, that's the starting point of my new life, and I want to treat it as such. Whatever came before is gone. Forever, and I don't want to look back. My future is here, with you. You named me like a parent would name a newborn. I'm Kalen, and I'm from Tiernan. My place is at your side. If that's what you feel, then I wouldn't have it any other way, he says, gently grabbing my head and planting a soft lick on my forehead. With that, I simply splay myself out, enjoying the scent of sex permeating the room. The wolf embraces me and snuggles into my side, sliding his muzzle beneath my chin. I smile, kissing the top of his head. I was claimed tonight. He made me his. Despite everything, despite all our differences, we created our own bliss. With such a knowledge, I can face anything future can bring. But before I can surrender myself to sleep, a single word from him electrifies every particle of my being. Again? Fuck yeah! They're having sex. To be continued, okay. I think I have another update to get through, so I'm going to go ahead and pause it right there. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon or YouTube memberships if you can. It always helps. Anyway, I love you all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!